Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lisa Cunningham and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. I come live every Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time, and I do a project for you, show you how to make a project. Today we're making a treat package for Memorial Day. It could also be used for 4th of July. And if you're on my email list, you will get the PDF tutorial emailed to you on Friday. So I have the step-by-step instructions for it along with the products that I used. And if you share my video, you're entered into a prize drawing. And this week I have another of the Starstruck embossing folders. Last week I had the designer series paper, some gems and some cards, and that winner was Sonia De Silva. So Sonia, I need your address so I can get you your prize. So you can also share my video on YouTube. So you could share it either on Facebook or on YouTube. In case you miss my live video, you can always come back here on my Facebook page and see it, but you can also watch it on my YouTube channel, which is LC Designs. And I think that is it. So, I want to show you my earrings. Look at how cute. I got these from my friend. This is a card, and this one's an envelope. She sent them to me for Mother's Day. She lives in San Francisco, and she said these teenage girls made them. They were selling them at Golden Gate Park. My hair's all frizzy. My natural curly hair. I could see all my frizz the closer I get. But anyway, aren't those adorable? I think we actually had a stamp that looks like this one on the card. But so cute. So of course I'm sporting them today. All right, now we could go ahead and get started. Okay, so before I forget, I'm having my mystery kit together this Saturday here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. So if you're local and you'd like to join, just go ahead and email me and let me know that you want to join. So it is a card kit or a treat package kit. It's a mystery. That's why I'm calling it my mystery kit together. So I have a lot of them already wrapped up and ready to go. So again, just email me. So let's go ahead and get started on our fun project. I don't know if you guys have Memorial Day get-togethers or whatever, but I thought this was a cute treat package that you can give your guests when they leave your party. I got these red, white, and blue Little Debbie snack cakes. I believe I got them at Albertsons, but I'm sure Walmart, Target, your local grocery store should have them. There is a website. It's Little Debbie's Snack Finder, and it'll help you. I'm not sure the link, and I forgot to post it on my tutorial. I can go and update that. And remember, if you're on my email list, you'll get this tutorial on Friday. So I just want to warn you that we are having some really bad weather right now, like crazy. I don't know if you could hear the thunder out there and everything. We got thunder, we got rain, we got lightning, we got wind. It's just crazy. But anyhow, so hopefully I don't lose like internet connection or anything, or my lights. So we'll get started. And I'm using the All Zipped Up. This is one of my favorite online exclusives. And the reason I chose this is because I needed the star. And so basically we're going to use this stamp and this die. I've already have them pulled out. This is such a fun one. I'm probably going to do some more projects with that for Father's Day. And we're going to be using the new Regal's designer series paper. And I should probably pull out the ones I need. Am I using the red striped, real red, and then blueberry bushel. Oh wait, that one was cherry cobbler, I think. Hold on, where's my, here's my real red. This is cherry cobbler. And here's the blueberry bushel. And I thought these were fun. We're gonna use this stripe. Oops, no, we're not even using that one. We're using, where is the other real red? We're using this pattern. There, the one that has the flowers on the back side. So I'm liking these new patterns on the new designer series papers. You know, every year we change them. So we're going to be using these two. So I'll move those aside for now. Let's get our box made first. So we're going to go at 7. And this is blueberry bushel. So 7 by 8 1/4. So we're just cutting 1/4 off of this 8 1/2 side. Just a little quarter. And I'm going to actually grab my, my Simply Scored. I forgot to pull that out because I like to use this. I feel like my score lines are better than on my trimmer. All right, so on the long side, on the 8 1/4 inch side, we're gonna score. I always like to use a smaller one, and that's just my preference, at 1 1/4 and 3 1/2. 4 3/4 and 7. And then we're going to turn it, and on the short side, which is the 7-inch side, we're going to score at 1 1/4 again and 5 3/4, because our snack cakes are pretty much that 1 1/4 inch height. So that's where we get those from. Okay, so now we're going to burnish all of these lines because we want a nice, crisp box. I've really noticed the difference when I use my bone folder compared to just folding them. You get some nice, crisp lines. Okay, it sounds like the storm has stopped for a few minutes. Let's hope it stays that way so you guys aren't having to hear all that thunder and lightning. So on the long side, we're going to cut each of these score lines up. And so cut, 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 and cut. So my preference is to go ahead and angle them. That's just me, so it's whatever you like to do. I like to do that because sometimes I don't snip on my score lines very well. I always tease that I have a crooked head. And so now we're going to do the same. So you can angle it first and then snip the lines. Angle, angle. Again, it's all your personal preference. And you can see mine are different sizes. But it's okay because it's all going to be on the inside and nobody will know. Okay. And we are done with our snipping, and that's it. Let's get this out of the way. I'm going to grab all my little clothespins. These clothespins have been like the best thing that I found to help me craft. I've been using them for years just because it holds it in place. So we're going to glue these tabs on the inside. So we're going to do 4 of them. So the 4 tabs into one side, which is going to create our bottom of our box. And I've probably have recreated this box so many times. Instead of going back and looking to see if I have one, I just always make my boxes according to what's going inside of it. So who knows? I probably have another video out there with the same box. But usually it depends on the snack or whatever is going to go in it. Okay, so we're going to hold those. And now these two are going to go in to the top of the box. And this will also make a fun 4th of July treat box. Or you know it, you could put some little glow sticks in it. There's whatever you think, you know, you're having a 4th of July party, you can put some glow sticks. So here's our snack. It's gonna fit in there once I remove my clips, but I'm gonna leave that to dry. And we're gonna get a piece of basic white cardstock. So now here's where all our cutting's gonna come in. So we're gonna do 2 1/8 by 4 3/8. 3/8 right there. Excuse me. With this crazy wet haircut, you know, here's the allergies again. Okay, so now for our stripes, we're just gonna cut them at 1/4 inch, but the first ones are going to be 4 1/4, and we only need 2. So you know what? I'm just gonna do that 1/4 inch to kind of save your paper so that you're not using, you know, cutting it. And so I said 4 1/4, correct? So we'll go 4 1/4. So that way you still have a big piece of your designer series paper if you have another project. Okay, and so now the other ones are going to be 1/4 inch by 2 3/8. So this one I'll go ahead and do the 2 3/8 because these are smaller stripes. And then 1/4 inch. So we needed 2 of the long ones, and we're going to need 4 of these shorter ones. 2, 3, oops, 3, and 4. Okay, so 2 at 4 1/4 by 1/4, and then 4 that are 2 3/8 by 1 1/4. I hear the thunder coming again. I do have some scraps from my original project. Let me see, I could have probably used those. But now for our blue little square, we are going to need 1 1/4. Let's see if these are 1 1/4 by 1 3/4. Move that one aside. These are out of the way. And then we're going to need, getting all the cutting out of the way, and then we'll be able to put it together. Okay, so for our sides, the front and back is 4 3/8. So we'll go 4 3/8. And if you guys are on my email list, you'll get the PDF that has all these measurements. So we're going to need 2 of these. So 4 3/8 by 1 1/8. So we need 2 1 1/8, 2. And then the other is 2 1/8 by 1 1/8. So let's do that 1 1/8. And 2 1/8. I don't think this one, is this one big enough? You might get 2 1/8, just like a little slim piece of, I have no nails, I can't grab anything. Okay, so these are our 2 sides. These are our front and back. This is our part of our flag, and the other ones are part of our flag as well. Let's move all that, and we're gonna assemble our piece. And I'm gonna grab my silicone mat. Okay, so all these pieces are gonna go glued to our white piece. So let's adhere our little corner. This is where our stars go. And of course, I'm eyeballing again. And I probably, I think I tell you guys all the time, I probably should measure. So I'm going to stick my bottom stripes on first. And I'm leaving the little border. And that's where I'm talking about. I'm eyeballing. And we're going to put our second stripe. I couldn't fit a third stripe in. It was just a wee bit, there wasn't enough room. I could have made this section smaller, but then I wouldn't have been able to put 6 stars. Okay, so now we can put our 4 little ones. And you know, if you want, you could actually put adhesive sheets on the back. I'm trying to line these up on the back of these so you wouldn't have to glue them, but let's I'm just gluing. If you did an adhesive sheet, then that would you wouldn't have to mess with the glue. So I'm doing my top and bottom, and then I'm gonna kind of, oh, there goes the thunder. I don't know if you guys could hear it. It's crazy. I just don't get it. One day we have beautiful, beautiful weather, and then the next day we don't. It was sunny, and then all of a sudden I seen all these black clouds rolling in. You know, we have some pretty amazing electrical storms here in New Mexico. Okay, so we're gonna move that aside, and I have stars already cut out, but we're gonna cut some stars. It's, like I said, it's the only die. Like, I use scrap paper, so some of them aren't the best, but let's move those aside. Get our die cutting machine, and we will just use our little tiny star from All Zipped Up. You guys have that bundle? So much fun, huh? I made a lot of cards when I first got the bundle, and I really hadn't. But like I said, I was looking for a star. I'll tape that one down. And this was the bundle that had a star. I need to change my plates, I think. They're looking pretty raggedy. Oops, don't run away. And there's another one. And then I already have some more, so I won't die cut another 3. Oops. Okay. It was funny, when originally I was making this project, I lost a star somewhere, and I have not been able to find it. I have no idea where it is. It like just disappeared. Seriously, just disappeared. Okay, I have these other stars. So I'm going to use my take your pick tool with the putty side. And I'm just going to add a dab of glue. 3 dabs. 3 dabs. And you know me, I always like to close my glue because I get it everywhere. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I hope this looks like an American flag. I hope there's no other flags out there with just 6 stars, because that's all I could fit. If we had a smaller star, we would be able to do it. So there's our flag. Pretty easy, right? Okay, now let's get our box going here. Let's put our snack cakes in them. Fits perfectly. Close this up. And this is just going to glue right to the top. If you would like some dimension, you could put it on with dimensionals. But we're going to add a bow Okay, so now here's our sides in our front and back. So the larger are for the front and back, and we're just putting them on the top, the lid, the box top, I guess I should say. My instructions are going to tell you box top. And our sides. Oh, and a reminder, the starter kit special is still going on. Whoa, still going on. So if you'd like to be part of my team, the Lucky Charms, we do a lot of fun things. And of course, it's all optional. You don't have to. My ladies like to get together once a month. We have our team meeting. We do make and takes. I'd really like to build my team. My team has gotten a little bit small. Well, it is small, I should say. And then even if you're not local, we'll do it live on Facebook so that you could join us. Facebook, and I could always send you the make and takes of the projects that we're doing. Okay, so now we are, well, let's do our tag first. So I'm using the Heartfelt Hexagon punch. So I'm going to stamp, hoping your day is the best ever. I probably, you know what? I'm going to stamp it first. Look, I messed up. So I'm going to, punch. I'm going to punch first. That's going to be our back side. No, we can't do that as the back side because it'll be seen. If we were using that for something that it was going to go on. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp it. And, okay, it's moving. Like it wants to stick to my fingers. Hoping your day is the best ever. And I didn't push so hard, so I didn't get that little mark. And now Blueberry Bushel, we're going to add just a couple of stars. And I am going to grab scratch paper. Oh, I did it too hard on that one too. I did it again. Lisa, Lisa, Lisa. Okay, we're just going to go back with this one. That's one thing about these rubber stamps. You cannot stamp too hard. You push too hard and you're going to get that edge on it. Okay, let's try soft. I seem like, and you know what? You need to like clean your stamp off too. So then, that one's a little bit off, but that's okay. You get the idea. And so I have a small hole punch. In case you don't, you can use your, take your pick tool and just punch a hole through. But I'm going to use a hole punch. Punch a hole at the top. Okay, so there's our tag. And now, I just noticed I got it there too. I am not doing so well. So we're going to use this gold stripe trim. And this is some pretty, pretty, pretty ribbon. And this actually goes with the celebratory sips. Am I saying that right? Celebratory sips bundle. That's the one with the drinks. And so it coordinates with that bundle, but I thought it was pretty to use on this project. And so we're going to cut our bow, and then now we're going to use the gold twisted thread and just stick it through. This one's not going to be a good one. I'll redo it, but and then we're just going to slip that under, tie it to the bow, and tie it in a bow. Oops. If we didn't want this to move, you could always tack it down with a dimensional or something. Put a dimensional on it. And there is our project. Where's my original? Right there. So you guys like it? These are pretty easy to go together. Once you get all your die cut and all your pieces cut, if you're going to make multiples, you could just cut it all at once. But that is our project today. Thank you for joining me. Would you guys like to see a sneak peek of next week's project? Or let me just tell you, instead of showing you, if you happen to go to Walmart, they have a bunch of things like this. If they have hot sauces, they have just different things. Pick them up. They're only $1. And I'm going to show you a project that's going to hold 2 of them next week. So be sure and join me. All right, everybody, you have a great day and take care. Bye.